The Lord visited Sarah as he had said, and the Lord did to Sarah as he had spoken. And Sarah conceived and bore Abraham a son in his old age, at the set time of which God had spoken to him.
And Abraham called the name of his son who was born to him, whom Sarah bore to him, Isaac.
And Abraham circumcised his son Isaac when he was 8 days old, as God had commanded him. And Abraham was 100 years old when his son Isaac was born to him. Sarah said, God has made me laugh. Everyone who hears will laugh with me.
And she said,
who would have said to Abraham that Sarah would nurse children? For I have borne him a son in his old age. And the child grew and was weaned, and Abraham made a great feast on the day that Isaac was weaned. And Sarah saw the son of Hagar, the Egyptian, whom she had borne to Abraham, mocking.
Therefore she said to Abraham, cast out this slave woman and her son.
For the son of this slave woman shall not be heir with my son
Isaac.
And the matter was very displeasing to Abraham on account of his son.
And God said to Abraham, do not let it be displeasing in your sight because of the boy and because of your slave woman. In all that Sarah says to you, listen to her voice.
For in Isaac your seed shall be called, and also of the son of the slave woman I will make a nation.
Because he is your seed.
And Abraham rose up early in the morning and took bread and a skin of water and gave it to Hagar,
Putting it on her shoulder.
along with the child, and sent her away. And she departed and wandered in the wilderness of Beersheba. And the water in the skin was used up, and she put the child under one of the bushes, and she went and sat down opposite him a good way off, about a bow shot away. For she said, let me not watch the death of the child. And she sat opposite him and lifted up her voice and wept. And God heard the voice of the boy, and the angel of God called to Hagar from heaven and said to her, what troubles you, Hagar? Do not fear, for God has heard the voice of the boy where he is.
Arise, lift up the boy and hold him with your hand.
For I will make him a great nation. And God opened her eyes, and she saw a well of water. And she went and filled the skin with water and gave the boy a drink. And God was with the boy, and he grew up. He lived in the wilderness and became an archer. And he lived in the wilderness of Paran, and his mother took a wife for him out of the land of Egypt. And it came to pass at that time that Abimelech and Phicol, the commander of his army, spoke to Abraham, saying, God is with you in all that you do. Now therefore swear swear to me here by God that you will not deal falsely with me, nor with my son, nor with my grandson. But according to the kindness that I have done to you, you will do to me,
and to the land in which you have sojourned.
And Abraham said, I will swear. And Abraham rebuked Abimelech because of the well of water that Abimelech's servants had violently taken away. And Abimelech said, I do not know who has done this thing. You did not tell me, nor have I heard of it until today. And Abraham took sheep and oxen and gave them to Abimelech, and the two of them made a covenant. And Abraham set 7 new lambs of the flock by themselves. And Abimelech said to Abraham, what do these 7 ewe lambs mean, which you have set by themselves? And he said, you shall take these 7 new lambs from my hand, that they may be a witness to me that I dug this well. Therefore he called that place Beersheba, because there the two of them swore an oath. So they made a covenant at Beersheba. Then Abimelech rose up, and Phicol the commander of his army, and they returned to the land of the Philistines. And Abraham planted a tamarisk tree in Beersheba, and called there on the name of the Lord, the everlasting God.
And Abraham sojourned in the land of the Philistines many days.
And it happened after these things that God tested Abraham and said to him, Abraham. And he said, here I am. And he said, take your son, your only son, Isaac, whom you love, and go to the land of Moriah, and offer him there as a burnt offering on one of the mountains that I will tell you about.
And Abraham rose up early in the morning, and saddled his donkey, and took 2 of his young men with him, and Isaac his son, and he cut the wood for the burnt offering, and rose up and went to the place that God had told him about.
On the 3rd day, Abraham lifted up his eyes and saw the place from a distance.
And Abraham said to his young men,
Stay here with the donkey,
and the boy will go over there and worship and come back to you. And Abraham took the wood of the burnt offering and laid it on Isaac his son. And he took the fire and the knife in his hand, and the 2 of them went together.
Isaac spoke to Abraham his father, and said, My father.
And he said, here I am, my son. He said, here is the fire and the wood, but where is the lamb for a burnt offering?
Abram said, God will provide for himself the lamb for a burnt offering, my son. And the two of them went together.
They came to the place that God had told him about.
Abraham built an altar there,
And arranged the wood and bound Isaac his son, and laid him on the altar on top of the wood.
Abraham reached out his hand and took the knife to slaughter his son. But the angel of the Lord called to him from heaven and said, Abraham. And he said, Here I am. He said, Do not lay your hand on the boy or do anything to him. For now I know that you fear God, since you have not withheld your son, your only son, from me.
and Abraham lifted up his eyes and looked, and there behind him was a ram caught in a thicket by his horns. And Abraham went and took the ram and offered it up as a burnt offering instead of his son.
So Abraham called the name of that place,
The Lord will provide.
as it is said to this day.
On the mount of the Lord shall be provided.
And the angel of the Lord called to Abraham a second time from heaven.
By myself I have sworn, declares the Lord.
Because you have done this and have not withheld your son,
Your only son,
I will surely bless you,
and I will surely multiply
your offspring as the stars of heaven, and as the sand that is on the seashore.
and your offspring shall possess the gate of their enemies.
And in your offspring shall all the nations of the earth be blessed, because you have obeyed my voice.
So Abraham returned to his young men, and they arose and went together to Beersheba.
And Abraham lived at Beersheba. After these things it was told to Abraham, Milcah also has borne children to your brother Nahor. Uz's firstborn, Buz his brother, Kemuel the father of Aram, Chesed, Hazo, Pildash, Jidlaph, and Bethuel. These 8 Milcah bore to Nahor, Abraham's brother.
Moreover, his concubine, whose name was Rima,